Hello everyone, Carrington here from Open Heart Games. We are back with our playthrough of Tyranny of Dragons, one of the first modules out for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are actually at the end. We're in the final chapter of... Hello there. Oh, thanks for the sub, BGX Mage. We're actually in the and if you like what we do, you can give us a follow and also subscribe here. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you actually have a free subscription that you can give to us, and that helps us with what we do. Or if you'd like to also support us, you can donate right here by going to Extra Life, and that will help us reach our goal, which is right down here, for our donations of raising more than $4,062 for charity, which is our goal for 2022. So yeah, we're very quickly approaching, like, this was actually, like, the last chapter. Chapter 8, which is called Castle in the Clouds, is the final chapter for the original module that came out, which is Hoard of the Dragon Queen. After this, we actually go into Rise of Tiamat. And I feel like, and I definitely want to kind of, not necessarily call this out, but, like, I do like this module. I think the story's neat. But I will say that I feel like its plot and its like plot twist is kind of the worst kept secret in Faerun, because like everyone knows that the cult is like metagamingly, everyone knows that the cult is trying to like bring Tiamat back, right? But like in game,
that's what's happening.
Wait, what?
I know, right?
You mean they weren't just stealing all this treasure just to have it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, but like I said, it feels like it's the worst kept secret in Faerun of like that.
I had no idea.
You had no idea. Oh yeah.
No clue. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not very smart.
Bamboozled.
I owe intelligence.
You owe someone intelligence. Oh man. I'm gonna jot that down. I know that we say that a lot, and I think that's a really good one. Which, by the way, we should be getting some Twitch emotes sometime soon. More on that later. Which will be adorable things you can drop in the chat. But more on that later. I'm gonna write down I owe someone some stats. Because I like that. It's good stuff. Alright. I don't think there's any real news for anything that's happening in Dungeons and Dragons other than, unfortunately, there was a product delay with Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, which is going to come out a little bit later. I was hoping we were supposed to get that module the middle of this month, and I think, from what I understand, it's going to feel a lot like Candlekeep Mysteries, where it's going to be kind of like a whole bunch of interconnected like modules that, well, not interconnected, sorry, a bunch of individual modules that share a common location. Like Candlekeep was kind of like where the journey started, and this one's going to be much more focused on, or is going to be focused on the Astral Sea. I wonder how well they will integrate it with the upcoming Spelljammer stuff. I think that's going to be really cool if you can, because as it stands right now, the Spelljammer stuff is a little thin. I think it's only 64 pages for each thing. The monster book, the module itself, and the player's guide. Not a complaint, not a critique, but I am interested to see, kind of what they do with that. So let me see what the new release is.
This isn't official wizard stuff, but I keep seeing this module and I just want to buy it. It's called Doomed Sword Coast, I think.
What did you say it was called?
I think it's Doomed Sword. I'm trying to find it.
So Journeys to the Radiant Citadel is going to be coming out July 19th, so it has been pushed back by a month. But, I mean, it's nice because you can start off in Journeys to the Radiant Citadel, get your characters up to, 4th level, and then immediately go into Spelljammer, which comes out very shortly afterwards, so. Doomed Forgotten Realms?
Doomed Forgotten Realms, yes.
Oh, I'm looking at that on the DM's Guild right now. Sword Coast.
Yeah, what it is Wizards has all these modules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if all of them fail?
Mm.
So you fail to crush the cult, okay? And Tiamat comes back. You fail in Out of the Abyss, and the demons come back. The heroes fail this, and this is what Faerun looks like, because the heroes all failed, and it just looks really cool.
This is interesting. Yeah. 5 new subclasses, too. Bard, College of the Elements, Druid, Circle of the Nine, Fighter, Zentlar's Finest, Rogue, Spellslayer, and Wizard, School of Secrets. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks, it's just a terrible place to be. Like I said, all the heroes failed or just didn't bother. One of the two. I mean, it's more of a setting than it is I don't think there's any actual module with it. It's more of a, here you go, you're in this terrible, terrible Faerun, where Elminster just decided, oh, screw this, I'm leaving. And, everybody was like, oh, crap, Tiamat's back, and, the demons are back, and the devils are back, and they're fighting the Blood Wars on the Sword Coast, and it's terrible.
That reminds me, not too long ago, we just had the re-release of Midnight from, now it's Edge Publishing. It's originally published, I believe, through Fantasy Flight Games, which is a story where there's a war in the overworld, or the heavens, or whatever, and one of the gods, the dark god Ixrador, I think is his name. If I mispronounced it, I apologize. He gets cast out of the heavens by the rest of the gods, and in doing so, his last laugh is he casts a spell to seal the rest of the gods off from the mortal realm, and the story is kind of inspired of just like, because Sauron almost conquers Middle-earth twice, and their whole premise was, what if Sauron was able to try a third time, and what if he won, and the heroes lost? So the elves are endangered, and they're trying to leave the world in Midnight. There's only one deity that can be worshipped, which is this dark god. So all the clerics and paladins and everyone are tied to him for his power. But you can be interestingly enough, if you want to be a hero, you can be a fallen cleric that is now a good guy, because you're trying to fight against the dark forces and whatnot. It's a very, very grim, very dark and gritty role playing setting. But if that's the kind of thing that you're into, I think it's worth a look. It's a pretty cool role playing game. There's a lot of stuff when I was creating my homebrew world that I was really inspired by some of the stuff from Midnight. My world is dark and gritty, but it's not that dark, because that's very grim dark, almost like Dark Souls dark, and my world is very much like it's more like there's a lot of political intrigue and there's a lot of dark stuff going on, but there's still a chance for people to be heroes. You get punished for being a hero in Midnight. But anyways, definitely check those out. I'm looking at this right now. Doomed Forgotten Realms, I will say, on Dungeon Masters Guild. It looks really cool. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in the chat if anyone wants to check it out.
It's like a $10 PDF. I almost have to buy it.
It's not even $10. It's $8.99.
Yeah, okay, $10.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and give those content creators their money.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's just like, what if all the big adventures fail?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they did a fair amount of work in this too. It looks like there are 6 factions now rule the Sword Coast: Jarl Axel's Pirates, Tiamat's Cultists, Servants of the Cult of Elder Elemental Eye, Servants of the Fallen Angel Zariel, and Zentarum that have an alliance with the Servants of Vecna.
Speaking of Vecna, if you have
I'm only on episode 2.
We're not even talking. I haven't even seen any of it yet.
I haven't seen any of it either. I'm still way back in history. I'm watching The Expanse. So
anyways, if you have a D&D Beyond account, they just released today a dossier for Vecna. So you can have all the information you could ever want. And if you're running the campaign, you can plug that bad boy right into campaign
thought you were about to
of the bad boss.
spoiler Stranger Things for everybody.
Oh heck no, I would never.
No spoilers here.
Speaking of D&D, speaking of Vecna, free stuff.
Yep.
Second time WotC's put free stuff out on D&D Beyond for us to claim. So
Give me that free stuff. There's also a
Keep it-
statue coming out of this particular Vecna, which is pretty neat. Yep, they're. I'm looking at the stats right now.
and if you like digital dice, there's Vecna dice.
Yep. Yep, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, Vecna looks scary.
Harley, indeed.
Book of Vile
Well,
Darkness.
he should be scary.
I mean, he's absolutely the deadliest villain, probably bar very few. Yeah.
Probably
Let's
put him
see.
at the end. Could probably put him at the end of the Tomb of Horrors. Prize.
I don't know.
You made it through everything else. Here's Vecna. Deal with it.
I mean, it worked for Critical Role, right?
I mean,
yeah, they're built different.
our party could have had some fun. Because
Yep.
the current Lich was really no match.
Well, that's not really a Sararak.
No, I know.
There is a new so in Tomb of Annihilation at the end of that campaign there is a much better statted a Sararak, and I like Liches. I think they're terrifying. I also want to point out here for Vecna, if you look at the pictures, one, the Book of Vile Darkness appears to kind of be his personal spellbook. And also, since he's a lich, he just tucks it up in his rib cage. Like, if you don't need lungs or a heart or anything, like, you know, you do what you do.
Priest, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a mini bag of holding.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're not breathing, like, what are you doing, right? You got. He's, you know, he carves out all of his guts. He's got so much space for activities in there. Anyways.
That's wrong.
Well, you know. Moving on. All right. So, all right. I guess we can go ahead and jump. It looks like we're going to just have a couple of folks here. I know unfortunately, we're down a patron today. But let's go ahead and do our recap. Would anyone like to take a crack at doing the recap?
If I'm 100% honest with you, I have no idea what we did last time.
I have one request.
Which is?
Whoever does the recap, please do it in character. It's important. Everything will be explained in due time.
Well, I guess I can open up my diary and see what kind of notes I put in there.
Did you guys play last week or not? Because
No, we did not. We
did not.
But we're back.
I feel bad that I was on vacation.
No worries.
I don't.
Please don't feel bad.
should never feel bad about being on vacation.
I wasn't
Anyways.
in Vegas airport, so when you guys were playing, I suppose I could have tried to get my laptop out and connect
None
to
of
Wi-Fi.
that nonsense.
No.
That would have been
Terrible.
That would have been a
awful.
choice.
Anyways. So last time we were, oh boy. Let's see. We teleported. We were in one area, looking for Resmir, and we found a teleporter pad, and Jamna said we needed to go, and so we went, and so we jumped onto the teleport pad, and swoosh, we were gone. Have no idea what happened to Jamna or Snapjaw. Hope they're good. Peace and blessings. Maybe we'll see them again. Maybe we won't. Anyways, so we teleported to this really cold place, but it didn't feel like we really went north. But it was just cold because we were in the mountains, and there were mountains and there was some woods. A really weird, connection between the two elements there. But in the forest, so we spotted from the mountaintop, from like the little mountain that we were on, um, down in the forest, there was a cabin. And so we started making our way down to the cabin. We saw that there was a barn. And after all the craziness that we had in the dungeon cave thing, we thought it'd be a nice idea to try to get a rest. And that didn't go very well, because as we were started to take a rest, we heard a lot of footsteps make their way towards the barn. And after some quick thinking, we took an exit, and I kind of just threw up all over the place to kind of try to mask our scent. And we continued, and we came up to the house, and the house supposedly had a door in the basement, but really didn't. It was false advertising, and so really the only thing we could come up with is that we just went through the front door. It was late at night. There was some smoke coming from the chimney, but the lights looked off, so we thought, why not? Sure enough, the door was unlocked, and we walked right on in. Tried to do some sleuthing around, and I think it was Pip that got... Someone drew their weapon. I don't remember.
That would have been Baylor.
Oh, bless Baylor. Anyways, so we there were some statues at the staircase, and when Baylor drew his weapon, just to be protective, the statues didn't like it, and they came to life. So we faced down some of them, statue-y, gargoyle-y, dooky things, and made a bunch of noise, and then all of a sudden, this lady came down from upstairs and played Let's Make a Deal with us. She was way too nice. Has to be a trap. Anyways, she was just with Rezmir and sent Rezmir off to do Rezmir things, and so she was like, "Whatever you need, I'll get it for you. Whether it was food or bed or drinks or whatever." We were able to take a rest. The next morning, we talked with her. I don't remember her name. And turns out that she's kind of okay with Rezmir getting killed and would like to see it happen. And that's something that we kind of wanted too. So I guess I believe the phrase or the saying is the friend or the enemy of an enemy is my friend or whatever. And so supposedly there's a castle in the sky. And that's where Rezmir is at. And so it's the next day, and we're about to make way with off to the supposed cloud castle thing. Maybe we'll find another dragon. I don't know. That's all I got.
Suddenly there is a bright light that shines like from above onto you and the rest of the group. And there's a shadowy figure sitting behind, several shadowy figures sitting behind a table. And he says, "So this council is to believe that a cultist of the dragon willingly aided and each and every one of you and embedded one of you?"
Well, that's what he said, isn't it?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, it wasn't much. It was just like a place to sleep, some food. That's about it. Wine. Baylor loves his wine.
It was good wine.
Perhaps this cult is not nearly as organized or as much of a threat as we thought if there's dissension in the ranks. Perhaps we should not be as concerned about them as we had previously. Anyways,
I just one question.
And who are you?
Who I am is not important. At this time, I would like for you to continue your story. After you left this hunting lodge, as it were, where did you make your way next, and how did you find your way onto the castle?
I don't believe we got that far. We were just
That's when we're going to snap back into this. So as you're kind of being not quite interrogated, but questioned by some kind of strange council about what has happened so far, they're asking these questions of what is happening. So, so right now you are making your way now to the village of Parnas, which is down here. I'm gonna draw a little thing, and we're gonna make it red because you're walking. Red is walking, blue is teleporting. I've
And
decided.
we're walking.
Yeah. So see how there's just a little red line. It's not that far. It's fine. It's just a little bit of a go. All right.
Do we have to walk all the way back to the moor?
to see the mayor. To see the mayor.
Or the mayor?
I don't think the mayor exists. I think
We're gonna steal a cloud castle.
I've always wanted a cloud castle.
I'm sorry, guys. I suck.
No worries. We just
Welcome.
finished up with the. You came in at the exact perfect moment. We just finished up with our recap, and we were chatting a little bit about some stuff on D&D Beyond. If you're on D&D Beyond, by the way, you should get that free. There's a statted out Vecna for free that you can get on D&D Beyond as long as you have an account.
Oh, interesting. You just search for Vecna?
It's actually just like it's on every page as long as you're logged in.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't hide it. Don't you worry. Yeah, it's up at the top.
Yeah.
Turn your game upside down with the Vecna dossier. And I looked at the stats on Vecna, and it's pretty strong. It's definitely a Vecna.
It definitely a Vecna, huh?
Exactly one
But-
Vecna.
Yeah.
It
But apparently,
was.
go on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was very nostalgic for me because, trying to explain to my son, who's watching Stranger Things and loving it, he said, the bad guy's name is Vecna, and I went, oh really? All the way back to advanced D&D, way back in second edition,
Yeah.
had the hand. I had a character who had the hand of Vecna.
I love stories about the hand of Vecna. The hand and the eye are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
What about like his feet? Does his feet do cool stuff too, or is that
No,
weird?
They cost extra.
Yep.
Yeah. Just the hand and the eye, and this in second edition, you got an artifact, and it always came with because it was such a powerful artifact, it also came with curses.
Oh yeah.
And one of the curses was that I had a palpable body odor from 30 feet away, and that my touch killed live plants.
Wow.
So, yeah, just made them wither and die.
I like the whole curse of all food turns to ash in your mouth. That would suck. As someone who likes food a lot, that would be a rough one.
Yep.
Yeah. The recap was told in character.
Oh, cool.
For story reasons. So Zed of course opened up his diary and read the notes he jotted down, which were not very helpful. I actually am surprised I remembered as much as I did.
And we have found that the party is. Oh, did you want to say it?
And then there was a bright light and some voices, and bright lights and Zed do not mix, so he didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But all I heard was booming voices questioning why would a cultist member help us out, and it felt like a flash forward. It felt like a flash forward because they asked, "How did we get to the castle?" But we haven't left yet.
Mm-hmm. So it is.
It
It
was
is
like a weird, like,
It is a flash forward.
yeah, it was a weird. It was like one of those weird, like, spiritual moments where, you know, some higher council forcibly interjected into our space, into our mind, and brought us forward. But now we're back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say that
Wow,
this is in fact a flash forward. So none of you remember the council because the council thing has not happened. One of the things I will say as a game master is if you're going to do flash forwards, you need to be very, very, very careful with them. So one of the things you can do is like this, like they're reporting to a council, which is a part of Rise of Tiamat. And the only reason I know that is because I have played and run through Rise of Tiamat many, many times. But go ahead.
I was going to say, all I could hear is the voice of Korg from Thor: Love and Thunder from Thor Ragnarok saying, "Yeah, it's like a flashback, man, but not like a regular flashback, like a freaky flashback."
Yeah, exactly. Yes, but you do have to be careful because anything that you flash forward to, if you reveal information or something like happens in that flash forward, it then has to happen in the time continuum. So that's why I wanted to talk about something that happened in the past, and then have the person ask for them to continue the story, which we can then immediately lead into the narrative. So that's what we're going to do now. So the shouted figure asks, "How did you get to the castle?" And that's when we join our party again, as they are making their way to the castle itself.
Speaking of party, let's do a very, very quick run through of who
Of
we
course.
are for the folks at home. I guess I'll start.
Yeah,
We'll go
let's start
up.
from the bottom
We'll
and go
this
up.
time.
Yeah.
So BJX made here in chat and on Twitter, and I bring you the lovable kobold monk Zed, who gave you a really long recap, full of details and whatnot. So and he wants to grow up and be a dragon one day. We'll see how that works out.
And hi, I'm in the chat as Weird Knight. I am playing Pip Cottontail, the rabbit Heron artificer artillerist, otherwise known as a gun bunny. And my son pointed out the other day when he was looking at my character sheet that I've essentially made a rabbit into Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where's the lie?
yeah. My favorite part about this is the fact that you are short-statured, have the long ears.
Yeah.
So your character could possibly be Grogu. You know, this is the way. The way this is. Pew,
Yeah.
disintegrate someone. All right.
That's right.
And Mordok.
I'm Dave. I'm playing Mordok, the Aasimar Protector Cleric, who has interesting ways of healing or not.
Mostly not. Mostly not, if we're honest.
His bedside manner, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Don't check his Yelp reviews.
I would be
needs improvement.
Jabrillopad in chat, and I will be piloting Baylor. He's huge, he's dumb, and he's everybody's favorite idiot.
God's favorite idiot.
All right.
The best.
And your
The best-
experience in the game
Oh
master.
my god.
Yeah. What was that, Pip?
I was going to say the best line, the best Baylorism, let's just call it that, a Baylorism.
Sure.
Yeah, last time was somebody said, "That's treason." He says, "There's no treason here."
There you go. There's no treason here. All right.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
All right.
So
Yeah,
it's treason. No, there's no treason here.
there you go. It's gonna be like that, huh?
I don't see any trees.
Nothing will go over my head.
My reflexes are
But
too
yeah,
bad.
that's true. Yes,
I would catch it. Oh, good stuff. All right,
That's
Disney,
gonna
please
be a
don't sue me.
thing.
I like my house. So
You can sue me. I have an apartment.
there you go. All right. And I'm Carrington, the game master, and I'll be playing everyone else that the party comes across. So, as the party makes their way down to the village of Parnast, let me see if there's anything here. Ah, yes, we are walking.
And we're walking.
It is about a half a day's walk. You were able to get a full night's sleep the night before. Everyone's well rested. Everyone should be 7th level, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
All right. I will say one of the things about the previous chapter. It is barely a chapter. It is very short, or it can be. They were in chapter 7 for a total of exactly like 1 session. And that was it. There's a lot of stuff that they could fight, but they ended up. My party in this case did not end up fighting them. I've had parties almost get annihilated by Trepson, who is a troll. He's got 4 arms and a bunch of guard drakes actually they're ambush drakes that he's trained. And if the party comes from a fight in the previous one, they're already beat up and they haven't had a chance for rest. Like that 4-armed troll means business. But anyway,
that could have been us so very easily.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes as the game master, you have to make sure in this module, and especially in like Tomb of Annihilation and Curse of Strahd, you've got to keep your hand on the death dial and turn it up if it's too easy, and turn it down if it's too hard.
Bro, I only got out of Kill House because I had a Cloak of Mountbatten, and everything started going left, and I was like, "Yeah, no, dog, I'm out."
I only got out of the Kill House by making a deal with Strahd after being killed.
Yeah, Death House, no joke.
And then you were killed.
And then I was killed. And then I was killed again. And then I was killed again.
Yep.
And then my 4th character got a gift where I could die many times and come back to life.
You did.
And I think you died, 2 more times?
Only one other time. Snowball's got 2 more lives.
Yep.
2 more 1-ups before he's gone.
Minor spoilers for Curse of Strahd. The abbot. The dude is no joke.
He's no joke. He kicked our behinds.
Yeah.
we ran away very bravely.
Yeah. He'll get you.
You're talking like the pastor guy?
Yeah, he will get you.
Hey, yo. I burned his church down before we
I'm surprised he
stopped
did.
playing that one.
I'm surprised he didn't kill you.
I was given a sun sword,
Right.
and I tried to just like kill a bad person, and the whole church lit on fire.
Oh man. Yeah, he's in
Was
Kresk.
no joke.
Yeah, he's in Kresk. He is not to be trifled with. But anyway, all right.
He no scoped one of our characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Gone. Just deleted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rest of us ran away.
Yep. And then, all right, I'm going to tell the story because it's really good. So as you said, 360 no scoped one of the characters, and then Brad's character, Hester, if you remember. So Hester was this warlock, and challenged the abbot and was just like, and so the abbot like knocked him unconscious, healed him so that he stood back up, and Hester's like, okay. Hester tries to fight him, and so the abbot knocks him back down, heals him again. Hester wakes back up, and the abbot's like, I'm not done with you yet, and then continued to heal him 2 more times before like throwing him out of the gates, like all beaten up and bruised. Like I'm pretty sure he hit Hester hard enough that he got all the way through to his pride. Like his very pride was wounded. But yeah.
That sounds disrespectful.
I mean, memory serves it was warranted at the time.
To be fair, we were making fun of his doll wife.
Yeah.
And
It's a weird campaign.
It's so strange. It's so good though.
We'll cut it there. If you've not played through Curse of Strahd or read through Curse of Strahd, it is really good. It is my favorite module for 5th edition because I think it does most of the work for you as a game master. Like, it is definitely the most complete. You could run that out of the book with very few changes, and it's still a very good story. There are a lot of things, then there's a lot of people who have done a lot of work on the DM's Guild and on Drive-Thru RPG and so on and so forth to add some things, change some things, and fix, update, facelift some things, but it's still very, very good. I highly recommend it.
And it's a sandbox. As first level characters, it's third level characters, you can walk into something meant for 8th level characters and just get your butts kicked like the Abbot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want to play.
We're not supposed to be here.
What was that you said?
I want to play that campaign again.
I would love to play that campaign.
Maybe after
so
this,
good.
maybe after this, we'll do it again, and I'll throw in some flavor and change some stuff. It's a good campaign. All right, so the Village of Parnast. Now that we've gone into full distractible mode, which I'm fine with, as long as everyone's at the table's having a good time. All right.
You come for the discussions. You stay for D&D.
Stay for the role play. Yep. So the village is a few dozen houses in a small square. The buildings include a tavern, a stable, and a shrine. In contrast to this rustic burg stands a mighty ice castle, half hidden in the fog-shrouded ravine. Walls stand 40 feet high. Huge, narrow towers loom upward. One of blue ice, one crumbling, all built to the scale of giants. Wisps of fog hide much of the castle's detail, but you can see 2 statues standing just before the enormous gate.
I suppose you have a picture of this, right?
I do. I'm happy
Of
happy you asked. Happy you asked. I'm gonna pick up everyone's tokens from the last session and move them to this location. So. I do. Now the real question is, where is Talus?
Hey, I've got to be right back, gentlemen.
No worries.
Like I said, right back.
We'll see you in a minute. All right, so I'm glad that you asked. Boop. Boop.
Yeah, but I got a black screen.
We're up in the top left corner.
And I've got to make everyone teeny
I
tiny.
see.
Oh, bye, Talus. There's your Parker there. One thing for you.
Passion's on my shoulder.
But right.
As
Go ahead. Oh yes, patrons.
Passion's still a spider, chilling on my shoulder.
One day we'll have Patron back. Hopefully next week. We shall see. Just before the stream, since again we're in somewhat distractible mode, I was talking about I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I may stream before too long, on a different night, of course. But I enjoy the game. There are some things that I have had to learn because some of the spells function differently. It's all based on 5th edition, but some of the spells are very different. And so, like, some of the spells that are very good are suddenly not as good in Baldur's Gate, and some of the spells that are really bad are suddenly very good.
Such as
Speak with Dead is incredible. Like, previously it's just kind of meh, but like I have an item that gives me Speak with Dead, and like you may just come across a corpse, and you're just like, what happened here? And they float and glow and talk to you in a spooky voice. You can ask them who they are, what killed them, what they were doing, if there's anything that any last wishes or anything like that. So like, because previously like Speak with Dead is situationally okay, and I guess it's situationally okay here, but like you can learn a lot about the area, and like they'll be like there are knolls nearby, and you're like neat, not going that way. Also, Shatter is real good, as is Thunderwave. So, anyhoozle, more on that later. So, this is where you are. This is what you can see at this time. You notice that there's a stable over in this direction. You all can start moving, by the way, if you'd like. I guess
what are we coming here for?
It is during the day, isn't it? That you've arrived here.
We probably left the cabin in the morning, so and you said it was about half-day travel, so it's probably like mid-afternoon, getting into like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Okay, let's do that. So I've made it easier for you all to see.
We got houses.
Mm-hmm. Right here, this thing over here.
Get on our layer.
This one right here. This building appears to be a stable. Has 2 big doors that lead into a stable. The stable appears to be sealed, and all the windows to the stable appear to be shuttered. Down here,
That's just a secret waiting to happen here.
you also notice that down here there appears to be a well that stands in the middle of a village square. 4 buildings around it, an empty shrine, a wheelwright's shop, a tavern, and then of course the stable that I mentioned a moment ago.
So what's our objective here?
The objective is to find the castle and climb aboard.
Oh, okay. And the castle you described is not the one we're trying to get into, right?
The castle described is the one you're trying to get into.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Still waiting for the picture.
Still waiting for the picture.
Of the castle itself?
Yeah, I thought you said you had a picture.
Yeah, you haven't arrived at it yet. There's a thing down here.
Oh, okay.
Once we get there, get on my layer. That was a joke, and it was
should
funny.
we check?
I like it.
Should we check out this barn here, or should we just keep going?
I think tavern would probably be the best place.
There. I'm never gonna turn that down.
And where was the tavern at? Down here in the square, you say?
Right down here. I'll ping it again. Right here.
Is there anything we want to do with our dragon? I don't know if we should be walking around town with it.
I mean, they got a big old magical castle. Would a dragon really bother them that much? How big is he? Her.
She's medium size. She big.
Is it? She big, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might need to fly around a little bit.
How big is a wormling?
I'm back, boys.
Okay. So it's actually yeah, she is pretty big. While they're small and weak by dragon standards, wormlings are roughly the size of a large wolf or a full-grown human.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we already into the shenaniganry? Is that what's happening?
Let's go with
No.
yes.
Kind of.
Shenanigans are imminent.
Yeah, Mordoc's like, hey, let's go to the tavern. And Zed's like, should we really be walking around with this dragon in a town where there's probably cultists?
I mean,
They
info
probably
tenure,
think we were
right?
special.
Well, it's your dragon. You deal with it.
What would
It's
you,
like,
Alright.
like info
We told
tenure,
you
right?
you wanted a pet.
All right.
You had to take care of it.
All right. I don't need the tavern.
The maniacal laugh out of the DM worries me.
it was more the well, you wanted a pet, so you got to take care of it.
I'll just.
Sure.
I guess if you want to find us, we'll kind of hang out by the barn.
Okay.
That. Can I have control over Valdis?
I mean, no, but also yes.
I meant like I
know,
moving,
I know.
I meant moving control.
Moving control,
Um,
absolutely.
I will stay with Zed.
You know, want to go get a drink with the. Are you feeling okay?
Well, you're a little one, and I don't want you to get hurt.
Aw.
I got Patron on my shoulder and the dragon. Like,
Yeah, but if we're a little bit honest, Patron's been a little useless lately.
Dang.
Like, love the guy and all, but come on.
Valdis walks up to you and like starts like trying to dig in Baylor's pocket.
I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't have anything.
She
you don't have
snorts
any.
and goes back to Zed.
Yeah, me too.
She spits like a little line of acid on the ground.
I'll spit back.
How does she get to speak her first words? Correct.
She's not.
Okay.
I'm having more fun role-playing her as just a giant cat, honestly. Like, you can clearly see that she's intelligent. She just hasn't chosen to speak yet.
She hasn't deigned share her wisdom with us.
What is, Baylor, what is your max hit points, by the way?
500?
Actually, though?
No, 69.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah,
Barbarian.
barbarian.
Anyways, I can kind of fend for myself if you really want to go ahead to the tavern and get the information that we might need.
Sure, I'll go to the tavern. Where's it at again?
It's all the way to the south.
All
Right
the way
down
to
here.
the south.
I would like to metagame and ask the DM if I leave the little one, is he going to get snatched?
No, he's not going to get snatched. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay, I'll go to the bar.
All right.
I have a dragon. I'll just. I'm also small. I can jump on its back and we can fly away.
Just straight fly away. Excellent.
We haven't needed to do that, but it is an option.
Okay, I'll go to the bar.
All right, are we going inside now? All right, let's go in.
Whoa, that's a.
That's just a roof.
Now you're on. Well done. You're in a roof. All right. So
Where's the bar at?
We're on a roof.
all right.
Broken.
Yep. You're on a roof hanging out.
I am at the bar.
It's a roof party.
All right.
Clearly, this is
A
an
yellow-
establishment we're not meant to go to.
A yellow tankard hangs over the door of this rustic tavern. Inside, though, let me actually do one real quick thing. Hitting buttons. This save. Okay. All right. So the yellow tankard hangs over the door of this rustic tavern. Inside, the place is short on cheer. All conversation stops, and all eyes turn in your direction as you enter. A tall, heavy set man with an enormous mutton chop sideburns steps forwards and says, "Well, what can I do for you?"
Oh, I'll have an ale.
All right. It'll be 3 copper.
I'll give him 3 copper.
All right.
Pip looks around the room and looks over at the bartender, looks up at him and says, "Carrot juice in a dirty glass."
He looks and says, "Oh, can't say I have any of that. Stewed cabbage, all right?"
Yeah, cabbage right.
All right, he goes and gets a bowl. Says, "Cut 4 copper pieces."
I give him 4 copper pieces.
It's just a cabbage stew, and some heavy black bread. And he takes that. It's not fine dining, but it's filling. So,
As we kind of sit down, I just make sure that my cloak pops open just a little bit so they can see that I've got a gun.
gotcha. So he seems friendly enough. He says, "If you need anything else, I'll be with you in a moment."
Does everybody go back to their talking and drinking and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and
All right. So we got to figure out how to get in that castle.
well, do remember, Nat, last time that last time, just so tip as a game master, sometimes you'll need to remind your players of the things that they have and the things that they know. Last time, Talus the White, you're kind of having this memory come to you of Talus giving you a banner that has the 5 dragon heads on it, and giving you a password.
Ah, okay. So we really can just walk right up and step inside.
Perhaps, yes.
And because it has been 2 weeks, remind me what we are supposed to be doing once we're there.
Stopping Resmir.
Okay, yeah, just messing up her life. Got it. Okay.
Yep. So these are the things that she was able to give you some information on. She gave you a useful passphrase: Tiamat, our mother and strength. And then also gave you a banner that you can carry with you.
Okay. Probably would be helpful that we also have a big old dragon kitty with us. So I look over at Mordok and Baylor and back to Mordok and say, "Well, this is really good and all, but why don't we just go up to the front door? Why, is there any reason why we need to be hanging around this place?"
Right,
No.
we walk up to the front door and we say, "Hey, please let us in." And they're like, "Sure, go in here. We're trying to hide."
Well, we've got a password and we've got a banner that says we're on their team.
Right. We've also got a little dragon.
Right. They probably think we're cool because, we're hanging out around with the dragon. The dragon has us. Right? The dragon adopted us, for its own inscrutable divine purposes as, hanging around us.
Yeah,
We
I'm sure there's probably something here for us to glean, but I think we should just go back to Zed and maybe check out the stables or something real quick, and then walk on in. Maybe we could steal a. Why would we need a horse? Yeah, but why would we don't need a horse?
Right.
mean, we
don't
could
know
ask-
what insecurable means, but sure.
All right. I guess let's do
I mean,
this since we have a lot of people who have some ideas. Let's start at the top and just see what everyone thinks. So, Baylor, what do you think about this idea, and what's your kind of feeling for your plan?
TBQH, Baylor has no idea what the plan is. He just likes asking questions.
Okay. What about Mordok?
Well, I like Baylor. I owe some intelligence. But I'm thinking, there's probably something here for us to find out. It doesn't seem obvious and simple, and I like that tonight. I'm in one of those moods. So I think we should just head back to Zed.
Okay.
And
What about Pip?
Pip is impatient. as usual. He's kind of ready to. He really, really, really wants to put a bullet through Rezmir's skull.
Okay.
I mean, the castle is very obvious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there's no real hiding it.
I mean, I haven't tried to hide a castle in quite some time, so
Okay, well, no.
David Copperfield did it one time.
that's true.
I mean, we can try to find out some information.
Yeah, I'll ask the barkeep when he knows when the next shipment out is, and kind of get a
That
time frame.
sounds dangerous.
So you're gonna ask to see
Yeah.
if okay. Um. Make me a charisma check.
I'm good at those.
Mm-hmm.
No one asked what Zed thought.
That's
I
wisdom.
rolled-
What
that's mad
what does Zed think? There we are.
Dragons are cool.
Excellent. All right, make me
You
a.
said-
Go ahead.
You said you were going to go down the line, and you got to. I understand it because there's only Zed's not there, so he doesn't
Yeah.
have any ideas.
Dragons are cool. Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool. Profound.
Yes.
All right, Mordok, charisma save if you're going to ask someone when it goes.
Save or check?
Let's just make it a check.
It's the same.
What?
+4 on all my wisdom stuff.
Yeah, but what
There we
about
go.
charisma?
Yeah, but charisma,
Yes.
dog.
Oh, charisma. Sorry.
Yeah, you keep rolling with it.
Just rolls wisdom. Okay. So one thing I will let you know also, because like I said, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3.
Charisma is important.
Well, charisma is important, but also like every single skill check, you can add guidance to. Like every single one, and every time I roll guidance, I'm just like, Dave would like this. So why don't you add guidance to that?
Okay.
You might as well.
That's a D4.
The reason to have a cleric in the party.
It's so good.
Well,
Okay, so a 15.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's also. Let's see here. Can druids also cast it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
That's the point.
Artificer, cleric, and druid.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So there is by chance a fiddler in here, is there?
Or what now?
Fiddler. Since
Like
we're on the roof.
Oh man.
See, and I thought my joke was going to be bad. Because I was going to say, when someone said, oh yeah, David Copperfield did it, I was going to say, yeah, but his book was really boring. But,
It was, but
yeah, but they're different. All right, cool. Google it at your own risk and
yeah.
interest and time. Moving on. All right, so 15. So you ask when it leaves or when the next boat is.
Yeah.
He kind of like wrinkles his brow at you, like a little confused, and says, "Seems like it just kind of comes and goes as it pleases. But I know they've been making a pretty big, a pretty substantial effort to make sure that it's ready to leave soon. I don't know if they're spooked or not."
I want to look around the bar. Are there any giants in here at all? Any giant kin or anything?
Mm-mm. Not in the bar, no.
Did we see any walking around on the streets?
Mm-mm.
so, like, I'm the only massive person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like giant-like. So
Yes, giant like. You're definitely
You're
the
giant adjacent.
biggest giant adjacent in the realm of giantness.
Right. This may be problematic.
I actually have a picture of this giant thing.
Me? You have a picture of me?
No. It actually, I'm gonna save that because it does have some spoilery things in there.
All right.
But here's the
like, tease something and then pull the rug out.
Here's the village of Parnas, and you can see in the lower left-hand corner. If you want to make that bigger, in the lower left-hand corner, you should be able to see the fog-covered castle, or at least the bottom of it. There it is. So there.
Yeah. Okay. There it is, right there, with the road leading right up to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we're gonna be in this bar, what I would do if I were in here and we were gonna be in here, is I would probably go try to have a conversation with somebody else in the bar. Like if they were playing cards or something, I'd try to, get a hand in, or a paw, as it were. I try to sort of ingratiate myself with some of the locals and get into a conversation. And, back in the day in D&D, this was a skill check called Gather Information. I think
Investigation?
Now, what's that?
Investigation?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
If I'm playing cards with them and it kind of, like if I'm like losing a little bit and I have advantage.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Right. Here we go.
It's pretty good.
A 20.
Yep.
So basically what I'm trying to find out is what's the deal with the castle? Like, how did it end up here? Why do the giants not come out and hang out? Like outside. Like, what do they do? Like, it's kind of like more along the lines of like a tourist being curious. Like, what's the deal with that thing? And yeah, just summon plot exposition.
You notice that everyone is pretty. How much gold do you have?
Not a lot.
You tell me how much you have, and I'll tell you how
Yes.
much.
Yeah, I will tell you exactly how much I have. Just give me a second here. Where is my gold? Under inventory?
Give me a second. I'm checking. I don't remember.
I'm looking for it on D&D Beyond. I'm not.
Minus
Invisible gold, no gold.
Yeah, Baylor has no gold.
Nice.
It's in your inventory. It's in your inventory. In the upper right-hand corner.
I have 265 gold pieces.
Wow, that's quite a bit. Let's say for 25 gold, they will kind of spill some information. Like, it's one of them says, it comes here for a while. They load it up and then they leave.
Well, why is it? Why do they do that? What is there here that the giants want? I mean, no offense, it's a nice village and all, but like those big beep 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 beep, they don't like what do they want with this village? Why here?
They kind of look around and they're like, don't know. We try to avoid going near it. So, as you're kind of getting this information, you notice the barkeep kind of says, "All right, well that's enough, lads. Let's let this person get back to their drink and whatnot. Thank you for stopping by, traveler."
Well, I'm playing cards, so I don't know.
Oh, so he's
Is he
kicking us
issued-
out.
He's more like you're getting a little nosy kind of thing and trying to be friend, like kind of like not quite pushing you out the door, but saying like, "Hey, you're asking an awful lot of questions," kind of thing.
Just having a conversation. um, insight check of the people that I'm playing with. Like, how do they feel about me being here? Here I'm gonna insight check. 11.
They seem like they're not overly open to chatting. The barkeep kind of goes about and continues, his chores and whatnot.
Is that because they're afraid, or they're suspicious, or
you get the feeling that they're just being kind of tight-lipped. I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. This will go badly. I mean, not bad, maybe. Okay, here we go. There we go. 22. I am a persuasive rabbit.
You are. One of them says, there have been many. One of the guys says, as a couple of the other ones go to like refill their drinks and whatnot, he says, our village has been under the control of those black-robed figures for about a year now.
And I am wearing a black robe, so it's kind of, not a robe, but a cloak.
Are you dressed up like someone from the cult?
No, not necessarily from the
Okay.
cult, but I am wearing a black. I mean, you can look at my picture there.
Yeah. Well, he's not. He says, you seem curious. He says, a company of thugs has been brought in to take over our village.
Oh, interesting. How long ago was that?
About a year ago. Maybe a
What do
little
they
longer.
look like? What do they look like?
Some of
I
them.
hate thugs.
Some
I
of
hate
them.
bullies.
Some of them wear the black cloaks. Some of them wear purple. Seem to all take orders from a black-scaled half-dragon.
Yeah. Dragons, huh? Yeah, I mean, they just really get on my nerves. When we were coming into town, I noticed there was an old boarded up, closed up, stable. Usually stables are aired out or they stink to high heaven. I mean, I'm just a lowly rabbit folk from the Feywild, but that seems a little weird to me.
Go ahead and roll another persuasion check.
Okay. All right. Come on. Ugh.
He says, I don't know. I haven't seen anything in there, unfortunately.
Insight check. Is he lying to me?
Go ahead. Roll some insight.
No, I know nothing.
No.
I can't read
He
his
did give
face
you.
at
He did
all.
give you some information though.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
Well, let's continue.
I say,
Good.
I put my paws on the table and I say, well, you got 25 of my gold pieces. Normally, I'm pretty good at poker because I have my own rabbit's foot, and so I just say, so long, Doc, and I get up and walk off.
All right. What is since we have this information, what is our next course of action? I guess we can start. Zed's hanging out with the dragon, right? Doing dragon things.
Yeah, I think we should go back to where Zed is and fill him in on what little bit we got.
Yeah, especially now that there is this. I tell them to about the black robes, the purple. They're all working for Resmir. She's got them in their pocket for about a year now. The whole 9 yards. And I don't want them coming in after me. So I kind of, want to go check out that barn. Especially if Zed, could be in trouble. So, yeah.
Not too worried about Zed. He can take care of himself.
Fair.
All right.
And that is why my mom wouldn't let me go swimming. Hey guys.
All right. We'll move everyone back up here, I guess.
Did you figure anything out?
Investigation of the building. Let me just kind of do a little bit of poking around
You're just kind of curious about the stable.
here. Yeah.
Make me a so as you listen, you can hear a bellowing noise coming from inside. Roll me knowledge nature.
Yeah. The investigation went well. The nature did not.
It sounds like a bellowing noise, like almost like a roar. Hello there. Hey, thank you Arpulus for the subscription. Thank you so much. What for this you can hear that there are multiple large things inside here that are making like almost like a roaring sound.
Can I make a nature check to figure out what they are?
Sure. Anyone can.
With a -1, I rolled a 12.
Okay. And what about...
Dang, I saw the 20 and I was like, please be the first die. It was not.
What about Mr. Mordock?
How about an 18?
An 18? Yeah.
Finally, somebody can listen.
You hear the roar of two wyverns.
Oh.
No, I don't think we do. I think that's wrong. You should probably look at and check and make sure that's true.
I got some animal handling skills.
Do you want to go in there?
Sure.
Really?
We're
Dude.
gonna be on a floating cloud. Zed has a. If something bad happens, Zed can get away.
This is true. And I have Patron with me.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to
And
kind
I
of
don't know-
move over here.
Okay, I don't know about you guys. I can get away.
Are you going to go in?
Yeah.
Go ahead and go in.
So before he does
Am I gonna
that,
be on the roof again? Yes, I'm on the roof.
Carrington, I used during our long rest, I used another artificer infusion.
Mm-hmm.
Swapped them out, and I have boots of elven kind.
Okay.
And I'm going to stealth myself a little bit and try to hide.
I'm going to
Well, I
quick,
see what
I'm going to put this boot, since you have an infusion on you. Here's a boot. That's for boots of elven kind. You said you're going to try and hide.
So I have advantage.
Yep, go ahead and roll it. Make sure you go ahead and click the advantage. And go ahead and actually roll all your rolls with advantage. Just that way we'll take the leftmost one unless you actually have advantage, in which case of course we'll take the higher and disadvantage
Okay.
the lower. That way we don't have to keep switching between the two.
Okay.
It just saves
So
time.
one of
So that's
so one
a
of
20.
those is a 20. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you are the knight. You just vanish from view. All of a sudden, like pips just like fade away. All right. So you walk in and you see that there are two wyverns in here. There's on the ground in here. There are There are 2 stalls. The stalls are littered with cracked sheep bones, ox skulls, and other things like that. There are riding harnesses for the wyverns, but otherwise no treasure.
Okay, so they're using these as
And-
a means to get to and from the castle once it's in flight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Compared to Baylor, how large is a wyvern?
Let me help you out with that. What, did I just yeeted him in there?
Yep. Exactly. They're large.
Yeah, they're in fact size large. What are you doing?
I don't know. You said you were throwing me in there, so I figured I'd preemptively tell you that I was not visible.
Fade away. Yep, they are large. Very large.
So, like, logistically, I could ride one?
Yeah, and there's riding gear in there.
Oh,
Okay, so they're so they're trained for that. Okay. But we're just gonna walk in the castle, right? We don't need to steal the wyverns and fly to the castle.
Nah. It's not a need at this point. It's a mad want by a big old 6-year-old.
Well, good thing you didn't go in there.
I want to ride the pony. I want to ride the pony.
I thought you put me in there because I asked.
I wanted to show
Just
you
so-
them.
Just to
Oh.
show you the the
Okay.
If
the item, the token.
I want one.
do you
I
want to?
want one.
Baylor
Okay.
has no idea what's in there, other than
Unless you're going in there.
unless you're going in there.
Well, I'm gonna come out
And say,
Well,
and say there's some wyverns that they apparently used to ride from the ground up to the castle when it's in the air. They have,
Baylor's gonna be hopping up and down on
Yeah.
his tippy toes.
they have harness and tack, but I'm not gonna try to put one on because they don't know me, and I'm not
Right.
real interested in becoming a wyvern snack.
I kind of want to ride one. Like, if we're honest, guys, how cool would that be? How scared would you be if I rode up on one of those?
um,
Like, we win immediately, right?
No.
Like, we win faster, right?
Maybe.
Probably.
I think I'm gonna go get one.
all right, are you going in?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, 100%.
All right, you roll in. Are you gonna try and put the tack on them?
Oh yeah, but like, here's the thing. Baylor's a 6-year-old, so like, you know how horses like kids and
Mhm.
stuff. We're gonna use that to our advantage. So like, I'm gonna go in and like a big, dumb, soft 6-year-old, and like whisper to it, "You're such a pretty little wyvern, aren't you? Well, we're just gonna pop over here and grab the harness and well, you just smell it a little bit. We're not gonna put it on yet. No, I wouldn't do that." And I'm gonna like try to pet it and stuff, and you can interject and tell me if it tries to eat me.
It doesn't try to eat you. I'm gonna need you to make an animal handling check.
No, can I athletics this thing?
You sure
to glory?
you sure can't. However, I like your approach and I like your spirit. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Go. All right, here we go, everybody.
I have a bad feeling about this.
15.
All right, it just kind of like
And that 20. 15
like
and 9.
is looking at you. Which, by the way, I'm going to show you this. Arpula says, I bought a WizKids mini booster blind box the other day, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons edition, and got a Valdis mini. Awesome.
you got your very own Valdis.
Huzzah. I'm going to show everyone what a wyvern looks like. They're kind of scary.
Yeah, no, they're mad scary.
Yeah.
But Baylor's also dumb.
They're also kind of cute.
They're kind of cute. So you put this on, you put the tack on, tighten it up and all that stuff, put the bit in its mouth and all that, and it kind of like tries to spit it out because that's what wyverns would do.
No, no. We gotta keep it in. That's how I make sure you don't run into things.
You are able to successfully put the tack on.
Let's go. So I'm gonna, again, like a big 6-year-old that's very gentle and soft, even though I'm obnoxiously large. I'm just gonna like put my hand on the saddle and push down a little bit. We're just gonna, get you used to the feeling, as I'm a little bit of a bigger fellow than usual, and then I'm gonna like lean across its back and not try to get on yet, just like put some weight on it and see how it reacts.
It's fine.
All right, now here's the moment of truth. All right, I'm gonna get on, and we're gonna go out there, and we're gonna be the coolest guys. All right.
DC
So
15 animal handling, go.
I'm gonna hop onto the wyvern.
Okay, DC 15 flat roll.
Just a straight D20.
I mean, you have a +0, so yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. No, 100%.
I just would like to point out. Oh, you didn't even.
Yeah.
All right, you hop onto it, and it's fine.
Right. I'm gonna grab the reins.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give him a little snap.
Animal handling.
Are you waiting for a nat 1 or an 8?
An 8'll do. An 8's good enough.
Come on.
You give it a snap, and it just sits there.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna hop off, and I'm gonna walk around front, and I'm gonna stand in front of it, probably fairly close to eye to chin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, come here," and like finger motion for him to lower his head.
It does so.
I'm just gonna need you to work with me a little bit. I'm a little new to this, and to be quite honest, I'm gonna be a lot nicer to you than the people that come and like poke you and prod you and all of that stuff. So like, if we could just do the thing, then we can go get lots of food, and I may even sneak you a beer every once in a while. And then I'm gonna try to get back on and try it again.
Okay. All right. Let's animal handling do it.
Give me a nat 20, baby. Nope. That's not gonna do it.
Oh, it's only getting worse.
One more animal handling.
Come on. Are you?
There it is.
It spreads its wings out and goes whoosh, and through the ceiling you go, head first, and there's now a hole in the ceiling as you're flying straight up into the air, and I'm gonna have you take. You're going to take some damage, so.
Sure.
Alas, poor Baylor. We knew him well.
As there's a crash, and suddenly Baylor and the wyvern go flying up into the air. Make me another animal handling check.
No shot, right? Like, no shot, right?
Somebody give him guidance.
I'm like
Sorry.
300 feet in the air at this point.
Yep, just flies straight up in the air. Valdis hisses at Zed.
Yeah, and I know it's a pretty spectacular sight. Valdis.
And Valdis spreads her wings
Oh,
and motions.
oh boy, I know what this means. Okay. Zed proceeds to hop on top of Valdis.
Valdis just and up into the air. How fast does a wyvern fly versus a dragon? 80 feet? How fast do you fly, Valdis? 60 feet. Slightly slower. And as you're soaring into the sky, Baylor, another animal handling check.
13.
Starts to level out a little bit. still kicking and all this stuff, and just fighting you every inch of the way.
So, like, intimidation is not something that would be beneficial in this situation, I would imagine.
I'll let you roll intimidation if you want.
So I would like to reach down and grab around the neck and, like, lock my knees and be like, all right, that's enough.
All right.
And roll intimidation.
Okay.
Are you serious right now, Carrington?
It's
just the digital dice, dog. It's the digital dice.
Dice don't lie.
Yeah, it's true.
Digital dice do. Apparently.
And I need you to make a dex save.
Sure.
All right, you're able to like hold on to the wyvern as it goes into like a spin when you try to intimidate it. Make me one more animal handling check.
Can we try persuasion?
Sure, I'll let you try persuasion.
So after I yelled, "That's enough," and then it started spinning. Give me 2 seconds.
That's enough.
No. So after I yelled, "That's enough," it'll start spinning. I'll be like, "Please, please."
All right.
Persuasion. Oh, I can't tell you how close to a nat 20 that was.
As you just like start saying please, it's like that. I'm just gonna take it as the moment. It's like that scene from How to Train Your Dragon where it's just like spins and then just like and just like levels out and glides.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you notice that like as you look over, there's Valdis and Zed, and Valdis hisses at the wyvern.
Baylor, what did you do?
Sorry, what was that?
He said, Baylor, what did you do?
Well, it was real cool until I got on.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
And then he freaked out a bit, and I yelled at him, and he didn't like that at all. And so I asked him nicely to stop, and he did. And now we're so high.
Please tell me, is Baylor crying right now?
No. It's the wind in my eye.
It's the
really windy up here.
That's gold.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on it. Sorry, that's a little too old.
No worries.
I was right there with you.
Great American.
So I would like to
here.
try to pick up the reins and steer us back somewhere near where I'm pretty confident that we came from.
All right, animal handling with advantage.
Homie.
Oh, just choose the advantage toggle. It'll do it. You're able to just.
Oh, I thought that. I don't know why it's not rolling with advantage. Let me figure out where to do that.
Yeah, you should be able to do it in Beyond 20, but you're able to just like get the the wyvern coasts down and just opens up its wings and just comes in for a nice landing, nice and soft, and just like runs down and folds its wings in as it lands.
Ow.
All right.
Advanced options?
Should be under Beyond 20 and type of
Like-
roll with advantage.
Like in the shortcut up top?
On
Okay. I found it.
Okay, yep. All right. It seems like it's listening to you now. The wyvern does.
Sweet.
Valdis and I would like to return to the ground, please.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Well said.
I just heard a very angry cat.
Yeah, that's the sound of Valdus.
Yeah, pretty
annoyed
much.
that-
Yep.
flying.
Yep, lands. Valdus lands. All right.
Taylor, put the toy away.
No, I want to keep him. You get a dragon.
We have a dragon.
You have a dragon.
No, we do. This is our dragon.
Well, I want two.
we can barely take care of one, let alone two.
I need everybody to know right now Baylor looks like that 6-year-old that's getting ready to melt down in the supermarket.
Yep.
I want to keep him.
We'll discuss this later.
Can you feed him?
Yeah, but if I
Wait.
leave him now, we can't keep him later. I want to keep him.
I will let you keep him if you can prove to me that you can feed him right now. Give him a snack. Go
I'm going
ahead.
to go into the barn and
you
grab
have-
the closest food thing.
Nope. Don't. Nope. That's not what. Nope. We're not by the bar.
You didn't have to prove you could feed Valdis.
I hatched it via. I took no.
Right, this
That's
one's already
just wrong.
hatched.
That's not
I
we're,
had.
we're not talking about me right now.
Exactly. We're not talking about me.
I'm
Taylor?
keeping him.
Taylor.
Where are you gonna keep him? Oh,
With
I'm not
me.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over where Pip is and sit underneath this tree and just watch.
Eat some popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Pip is working on his armor. He's kind of tweaking some things and burning some stuff into his armor for later.
Eventually, Baldus is going to be big enough that you get to ride it. But in order to do that, you have to be nice to Baldus. And do you think
I
you're going
am
to be?
nice of all this.
But do you think having a second dragon, you're going to show favorites to not Valdus? And Valdus is not going to like that.
No. I like both of them equally.
That's not what she thinks.
But right now, I can ride this one. If I got on Valdis, I'd kill her. I'm huge.
You don't need a second dragon.
We didn't need a first dragon.
You're right, but here it is.
And here this one is.
But you're gonna
I
set-
look over at Mordok and I say, I'm not cleaning up after it.
No, me either.
Are you really going to separate it from its friend?
Yeah, 100%.
Don't care.
That's
Wait
that's
a
quite-
minute. Wait.
that's
We take both.
I
You're a
know.
genius, Zed.
Baylor. That's very selfish. You just leave it here.
No, how is it I'm freeing them? They probably belong to the cult.
Free.
They can't be
Freedom's,
nice people, right?
freedom's one thing. Keeping them is not what we
Yeah,
need to
but
be doing.
I'm like a shepherd. Sheep are free, but someone has to tend to them so they don't hurt themselves.
I look over at Mordok and I say, technically a wyvern is not a dragon.
No, and it's not. Oh,
I'm
why do I
6.
see?
I haven't.
So who are these guys moving up the road here, Carrington?
Don't worry about it. We're talking about dragons right now.
No, I'm not
Well-
talking about dragons.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
popcorn and watch.
keeping an eye out. We're keeping an eye out. So what's going on?
You see that what's up?
Baylor, I need you to turn her around. I think we've caused a bit of a ruckus.
So I can keep him.
No, absolutely not. But we'll get to that We'll get to that later.
Look at this guy.
I like that flail.
Right? Yep.
Oh, he's cool looking.
Yeah, he is cool
looks
looking.
Like he's ready to throw down.
Yep.
Baylor, we will discuss this
In a minute.
in a minute.
I'm keeping him, but okay.
So, Captain Olthelsan approaches and says, "You there! Hey, you on the wyvern. Who are you?
Yeah.
State your name and your business. And this is a great time for us to go for a quick break. So we'll see everyone in 10. Don't go away. See everyone in 10 minutes. Hello everyone, welcome back. Carrington here from Open Heart Games. We are back with our playthrough of the Tyranny of Dragons for 5th edition. And right now, the party has found themselves in a bit of an interesting situation. A moment ago, they discovered that there were wyverns in the barn where there should have been maybe horses. Baylor, being Baylor, decided that he wanted to try to ride one of these wyverns and was able to do so to varying degrees of success and didn't die. Landed. There was a bit of discussion between Zed and Baylor as to whether or not can we keep it, of course. And that's when the party was approached by...
Yeah, but we have to tell the listeners what Zed's epiphany was about the relationship between Baylor
and the rest of the people. Sure.
Yeah, sure. My decision over this break was that Zed and Baylor are the off-brand or the Wish.com version.
The Great Value brand.
Yeah, the Great Value brand of SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh,
Which makes which makes Mordok, which get ready, it gets better. Which makes Mordok Squidward and Pip Sandy.
Yep.
And Patron, maybe Larry the Crab. We haven't decided. Or Larry the Lobster. We haven't really decided yet what Patron's off-brand personality is.
No, Patron is whale, 100%.
Or he could just be Mr. My Leg.
My leg.
But yeah, based off of that 5-minute exchange of, I don't even know if it was a discussion or an argument or anything. I think it was just, Baylor being Baylor and Zed being Zed, to a T of who their characters are.
Sometimes as a game master, you just have to let it happen.
And everything happened in that exchange, and nothing happened in that exchange.
I need you to know, Zed, that if you didn't point him out and he walked up, I definitely would have given him the hold on a minute, I'm talking. And then gone back to our discussion.
I mean, I'm fine if you want to do that. Hold on.
We could. I mean, you haven't listened to Zed yet, so
Okay,
you can.
all right, let's play it out.
All right, let's move these guys up a little bit, and let's show our cool picture of our cool person here. There he is.
Yep.
His name is Captain Othlistan. I'm gonna pronounce it that way. Guy's got a cool looking beard too.
part of Captain Othelstan will be played by Idris Elba.
Boy, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Right? Yeah, what a voice.
Or Ice Cube. Maybe Ice Cube. Yeah, I could see Ice Cube.
He's too angry.
Too angry, you think?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Right, Zed. Let me break it down for you like this. It's very simple if we're quite honest. You are a dragon.
We
get a
have a
wyvern. And sure, Zed.
So we,
Excuse me there.
I get a wyvern, and there's another one in there.
Pardon me.
Hey, wait your turn. I'm talking.
Okay, I look over at Mordok, and I say, "Time to figure out just how powerful this banner is."
Yeah, I'm alright.
And I want you to know that I didn't look in his direction at all. I just held a finger out.
He looks-
Baylor is just so head on getting this wyvern.
So
I agree with.
so
I
you
agree
agree.
with Pip.
Yeah.
So you agree that we have a dragon. Therefore, everyone has one. Therefore, if you have the wyvern, then you have two animals, and we all
No,
have
look,
one. That's not.
This wyvern
not
will
fair.
be just like Valdis, except a little dumber. So Have you got something in your throat?
I kind of want to see how this goes, but maybe
We're trying to have a conversation
here.
here, and you're being very rude about it. If you wait your turn, I'll get to you in a minute.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go real quick to Pip.
Okay, so I look over at Mordok and I say, "Do you want to take the lead, or do you want me to?"
We'll go right ahead.
All right. Who's got a better intimidation? You or me? So I'm going to shrug off my cloak just a little bit so I can show my shiny new armor, and I'm gonna take out the banner, and I'm gonna stroll up, and I'm going to say, "What is going on here? We've been waiting for you. Did you requisition the creatures that we need?"
Look, I'm trying to get a job done here.
I'm gonna need
And
you to
I've got-
roll deception.
Oh yeah.
Pip or me?
Pip.
I would like
Oh.
to assist.
I'm gonna add advantage because
What?
this
Okay.
whole this entire exchange is so ridiculous that like why not?
Oh well, I got a 1 on the first one, so let's.
no.
Hey, that's a 3.
11.
So 12.
Guidance. Anybody?
You
Oh,
get-
you know what? You know
you-
what? You know what? I have this thing called Flash of Genius, and I am going to use it.
Okay.
And I will tell you what it is. I will put it in the chat here for just a second. This is my 7th level ability.
This
here.
is your Bugs Bunny thing.
Yeah, Flash of Genius. I'm a genius, I tell you.
Wile Coyote, super genius. All right.
right.
At 7th level, you gain the ability to come up with solutions under pressure. When you or another creature you see makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum once. All right, go ahead and
Well, there we go.
So you have
my
right now you're at
intelligence
12. Okay.
Yeah, and my intelligence modifier is plus. Sorry, no, my intelligence modifier is +3.
Gotcha. So your intelligence markiplier is +3.
Yeah.
All right. No one caught that. We can move on. All right.
Oh, I caught it. I was not gonna draw attention to it.
I'm sorry. What?
I said so. Your intelligence markiplier is
Markiplier. Yeah, I said intelligence. I said intelligence.
Intelligence mind flayer.
Flyer.
Got it.
Mind flayer. Yeah, there you go. It's the intelligence mind flayer. So yeah, add that to the roll there.
So it is
You got
+3 or
15.
+4, was it again?
Plus three.
+3, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we've got
it's
an
plus-
11.
+3.
+3 is 14. +1 is 15.
15. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So
And
basically, what I'm trying to do, yeah, is to indicate, and I take out the banner, and I'm just sort of I kind of roll it out. I don't know how big it is or how long it is or whatever.
are these
And-
fools your underlings, your subordinates?
You calling a fool?
And I say, well, they are members of the order. Can't get good help these days and all that.
He looks over at his guards and whatnot. It depends. But I understand. I understand that it can be difficult to recruit good help. But when you find it, you reward it, of course. Looking back at his men.
And I lean over to Mordok.
Can I insight check that to make sure this guy's not full of whatever?
Wyvern crap?
Yes to Baylor. Pip, what were you saying?
I'm going to lean over to Mordok and I'm going to say, so is our story sort of we need the wyvern to do a special mission for Resmir? think I should drop her name. I'm basically asking him for some counsel, which I'm
No, I think
hoping
we
will
need
give.
to- What was the name of the White Wizard?
Oh,
in Hunting Lodge?
You mean the Red Wizard?
no. The white
Talus?
the-
Talus
her
the
name
White?
again?
Talus the White.
yeah, Talus the white. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we need to drop her name.
Can I do an insight check? When I showed him the banner, like, did he? I'm trying to figure out how much clout this thing gives us.
A fair amount. Very angry cat. He notices it and immediately like you notice that his posture relaxes and he's just like he goes from like being suspicious as like these are these are intruders or these are would be spies to immediately being
Scoundrels.
yeah, or even downright scoundrels, to immediately kind of being like, these are coworkers, they're fellow members of the cult, so therefore they're fine. You can see that, like, he kind of like takes the mace and puts it on the flail and puts it on his belt, and his guards are kind of standing down, kind of at still not at necessarily like it's standing at attention, but like they're still keeping their wits about them, but they're not like
there's a wyvern here or wyvern.
Yeah.
Is it wyvern wyvern? I don't know which.
I don't know.
Either.
Depends
Just-
on where you accent your syllables.
Yeah, just
Okay.
don't call it late for dinner.
So
So
the banner's from Talus the White,
Mhm.
or is it? Okay. Well, it's her banner. Okay.
it is a Tiamat banner.
Okay.
So should I kind of just throw her name in there and see where we get? So I look at Sergeant Othanel and I say, you know how it is, right? Listen, I kind of get up close, like I'm kind of sharing something,
I think it actually looks like this, by the way. This should be cool. Yeah, this is actually from the credits, but like that left-hand side where it's got like the 5 claws and in a circle,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
With the D&D
Okay.
ampersand in the background. I'm kidding, it doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't. So looking like leaned in kind of conspiratorially, like we're fellow workers, all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
And I just say, you know how it is. Look, I'm on a kind of a little bit under the radar mission for her name again. I can't remember. what it
Talus?
was, but- Alice. And we were thinking that we might need a wyvern or two for some flight transport. Can I like owe you? Let us, take one of these and, I'll fill out the paperwork later.
Make a deception check.
Persuasion, deception. Okay.
Yeah, deception. With plus
All
4.
right. Deception plus 4 right now. Okay. Let's see what we get. Nope, no advantage on this one, huh?
Nope, just straight roll.
All right. So oh, sorry.
So
11?
far it's a 15. Do you want to use your flash of
Okay.
insight too?
Yeah, this is pretty important. So yeah, I'm gonna use my flash of insight one more time.
Okay.
And that adds 3 to that. So,
So
17.
you do succeed. And he's
Okay.
just like, well, if it's for Talus, I understand. It is. It must be of the utmost import. There must be some degree of secrecy. I know that Talus can be covetous. Be careful. She can be a bit of a worm. With a Y, of course.
Right.
Dragons.
Yeah. That's wink wink.
Yeah. Feel free to take the wyvern. We need to keep one back just in case for emergencies.
Totally understand. I'm just not walking all the way. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Of course,
I'm not
of course. Well, enjoy your stay in Parnast. If the locals give you any trouble, let me know, and we'll knock some heads. Do take care.
All right. Right. You take care.
Men,
See you at the
we're moving out.
company picnic. And I just tell hey Laura, I said just grab the reins and let's go.
I think it's time for us to get off. Let's go down to the castle and report in.
All right.
And I'm gonna start like directing the wyvern in that direction.
Okay,
All happy
it'll
about
follow you.
its saddle.
I want to do a quick aside, a quick cutscene. I'm actually going to hand off an NPC to whoever wants to play as an NPC. Anyone?
All right. Well,
That'll be me.
Oh,
okay.
Pip's already playing one.
No. Yeah, I'm already playing one. So yes.
Who wanted it?
I'll take it.
All right, I'm going to have you play as the role of Asbara Jos, who is a Red Wizard of Thay. So that we have it, I'll put everything out here. So we have, of course, Asbara Jos, who looks like this. We also have, of course, that Pip will be playing as the role of Resmir.
Yes.
And there is a new character that is joining the group. Who is this guy?
That guy's just real cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you
That
find
hood,
these-
that hood collar thing is totally not functional.
I'd also like to point out the fact that he has cables on his chest, and this guy looks like he's straight out of like Warhammer 40k, or just walked off the set of Dune.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Ice must flow.
Yep.
There you go.
All right.
It does look.
So, as Rathmondar turns around in his kind of ice-filled chambers, he says, "Ah, Resmir, my dear," and he puts out his hands to welcome her into the castle. Welcome to the castle. I take that your mission was successful.
That's not me, right?
Yes, Resmir.
I thought I was.
I was trying to get Pip's attention. Did we lose Pip?
Oh.
We lost Pip.
sounds like
Nice.
I guess so.
All right. Well, we'll start with talking to Asbara Jos.
Alrighty.
Rathmondar says, "Asbara, I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see you well. Please."
Sorry about that.
No worries. Welcome back. Rathmondar first regards Asbara and says, "Ah, Asbara, please. I take it that your travels were not too strenuous."
Actually, quite dull, if we're honest.
I see. I hope that the road has not, the dust from the road has not clinged too much to your throat. Please, I have some refreshments if you'd like. Ah, Resmir, and he puts out his hands. Ah, it is good to see you again. I take it that your mission was successful.
Oh, quite. Very successful.
Ah. The alliance between the Red Wizards of Thay and the Cult of the Dragon continues to be prosperous for us both. I hope that our plan continues to accelerate, and it seems that this latest amount of treasure, when we are able to transport it, should put us just on schedule. I believe that Severin will be very pleased.
Do I know anything about Severin?
He is the leader of the Cult of the Dragon.
Asbara knows about the party, yeah.
Yes.
Not to rain on parades, but it is worth mentioning that there seems to be a group of travelers that are quite persistent. I believe Cyanrath can give you more details.
Cyanrath?
That's who's standing across from me, right?
No, it's Resmir. Resmir,
No,
Esbar,
sorry.
and Wrath. No worries.
I believe Resmir can fill you in.
Resmir just goes,
Bah! They are a minor annoyance.
You fool.
I left them with Talus. I'm sure she will deal with them if she knows what's good for her.
Would Esbara know about like the ego match between the two of them?
I don't know that Asbara cares because like I'm sure that like the politics of the Cult of the Dragon would probably bore him.
Okay.
But
yeah, compared to the Red Wizards of Thay.
yeah. Well, pot kettle.
Very well. Forget I mentioned it.
I am sure that if this Talus is as upstanding and as powerful, of course, not nearly as powerful as you, Resmir, of course, but I'm sure that she will deal with him appropriately. I've spent some time during my studies when I was there, briefly. I believe that the troll would have probably ripped them limb from limb and dealt with them, but surely she will send word when all is clear. But they surely have not followed you. We're about ready to depart. I believe that our host, Blagokthus, His Eminence, to give him the title, is we need only let him know when we are prepared to leave.
Well, then let's get on with it. Great Tiamat waits for no one.
Yes. And
So,
we
Outside
also...
of character, I'm mad. Want to be like, well, he's been waiting. They've been waiting for a while now. So.
Yes. And Glaziel will, of course, keep an eye upon the treasure in the meantime, while during the transportation. Everything is going according to plan. It is at this time, I believe, that the people of Faerun are blind to the movements of the cults and the Red Wizards of Thay. I believe that by the time they realize what our true intentions are and our abilities, it'll be far too late. Cue evil laugh.
from your mouth to Tiamat's ear. Yes, all of them.
As long as we can, of course, honor our agreement and dispose of Saz Tam, the leader of Thay, in some kind of suitably brilliant burning manner, then all will be well. But honoring our part of the bargain, of course.
Resmir spits acid on the ground, and says,
We will find something suitable for him, Wrath Modar.
how do you pronounce it?
Wrath Modar?
Modar? Yeah,
Sure, let's go with that. Wrath
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. And with that, we will cut back to our heroes. And
Oh yeah, I was riding a wyvern.
you have a wyvern.
Can I put that in my inventory?
Not keeping it.
Zed, be quiet.
Baylor, let me have this.
Why must you rain on my parade right now? We just got away with it, scot-free. Leave us alone.
Yeah, too much of a good thing. You can have it for now, but trust me, you're not keeping it.
You're not my real dad.
That's good.
Wow. All right. I've hidden the others. So where are we heading to? Is the plan to head to the castle next?
Yeah.
Carrington,
Yep, off to the castle.
if there is any favor that I can do you to make it imperative that we all
do
be
wanna-
able to fly.
I do want to talk about this guy right here.
Wait, which guy? Hold on.
The area in the middle here.
Okay.
I think there's also. I thought there was also.
Are they all? Are they also dangling a townsfolk down the just above the water level?
They are in fact not doing that. Let me see if there's anything else that needs to be.
Mission
That was a-
report.
That was a deep cut to like episode 6 of the
Yeah, where
campaign.
someone got thrown in. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we put you down
there's
all
a well that stands here, and I think that's it. Actually, looks like there's not really anything else.
Just some well wishers.
Haha, got him. Good job. All right. That seems to be it.
Right. Is my token attached to the wyvern? Can you make that a thing?
I can give you one, yeah.
You're just a gentleman and a scholar, sir.
Well, thank you. All right, so you need control over a wyvern.
You're doing an awful lot of work.
Oh, boy,
for not
do I.
keeping it.
yeah, you know. Bam.
So out of game, what's the? I'm thinking Valdus probably doesn't really like this wyvern because they're kind of naturally not friendly to each other.
Wyverns? Yeah, this is true.
But right now, Valdus would be in no position to even think about attacking a wyvern. She would get munched.
That is true. When she grows up,
With me on the clock.
But she's not happy. You're making it very difficult to like you right now.
It's not my job to make you like me. Your feelings are your feelings. And this has been Woke with Baylor.
nice. See one real quick thing. Huh. All right. So over here, there's actually a shrine as you're walking past this building.
Over where? Oh, in this building?
Oh,
Mhm.
look at the shrine over here.
This wooden building is a shrine built for woodcutters and combines several gods under one roof.
Oh, hey, look. I'm on the roof.
Yeah. In here, you can see that there is a. Someone make me a religion check.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
boy,
actually.
do I have that.
Oh, wait, wrong character.
What was that you said?
Said, oh, hey, wrong character. I was about to say, Zed's actually good at that.
Different
Wrong
character.
character. Yep.
All right. Who can I get? Someone else? How about that cleric Mordock?
Yeah, well, for some reason, religion is an intelligence. thing,
I know.
Hey.
You're complaining about intelligence and I have a +2. I have a -1, dog.
I could try, I guess.
I got a 19.
All right, there we go. So
Yeah, I think we're good. All right. So you're able to discern that there are 4 statues in here that seem to be representing the 4 seasons. There is a massive like horned owl figure, which is the god of frost, Aurel.
Never mind.
What was that?
Can't do that. Nope, never mind. Comment not meant for stream. I'll tell you after.
Next, the next is is Shantea, the goddess of bounty and growth, representing summer. The Miliki, the the god of autumn. Well, god of rangers, but also I think a certain drow ranger worships Maliki.
Not if you've read the latest book.
All right. Well, then I'll we'll move on from that then. And then the last is, I'm gonna butcher this one, Angharada. If someone wants to give a crack at this one, this is a name and a half.
I mean, Zed is wonderful with names, so let's
How about
Oh
that?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Cat.
Angharad.
Yes, a radish. Got it.
Radish, yeah.
I'm sorry, did the DM just butcher his own name?
Did I? I didn't write this name.
No, what I'm saying is the DM gave the players a name. It is typically our job to make sure that we absolutely twist it. And instead, our DM chose to.
Twisted the twist.
Yeah.
A radish is good. I like that one.
A radish. All right. You notice that particular statue has been defaced and has the face and hands chopped away. It's an obscure elven deity. And there's a dead squirrel that's been laying at Arl's feet as an offering.
Poor squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Arl, who is the one of the main antagonists of Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, spoilers.
She's on the cover. I feel like it's not a spoiler if it's on the cover.
And I'd like to point out that's not even her final form.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler.
That might be a spoiler.
I'm in that campaign right now.
We'll leave that We'll leave any notes about that one aside. All right. There are also like some the statue of Maliki is freshly painted, has small cups, bits of bread, and other small sacrifices at its feet. All right, we're heading to the castle?
Yes.
Have fun storming the castle.
Have fun storming the castle.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Narwhal.
I was going for Miracle Max.
Oh yeah, no, I was just adding. I was stacking.
Just
Stacking
stacking the
references.
memes. Got it.
Yep. Stacking references.
I thought about throwing in a Monty Python's reference.
Hey. There's my
That would
one.
be the hat trick right there.
What if you did Monty Python, Princess Bride, and which one?
Elf.
And Elf. Elf's good, yeah.
Elf.
Still can't believe you have that thing.
You're just jealous. I don't say that.
How am I not? Yeah, how am I jealous?
I don't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm the one with the dragon.
Oh, so now it's your dragon, is it?
'Cause you know it.
I don't say. Baylor has not once in his entire life been mean to Valdis.
Valdis just rolls her eyes at this entire interaction.
I look behind it and I say, "You're both pretty. Now hush." And then walk up to the door.
Valdis looks at the wyvern and then looks at Pip and gets a toothy smile. So
let's go to the door of the castle and see how good this
a lowered
often-
drawbridge spans a foggy moat. Beyond the drawbridge is an open portcullis. Beyond the portcullis is a covered gateway leading to an open courtyard. Large figures loom in the gateway, but you can't quite make them out.
Well, this doesn't look suspect at all.
Are they like overly large, like giant folk?
They do look like they're giant.
How far away are we?
Far enough away that you can approach.
Yeah, I would like to, with my chest puffed out and one hand on my knee, like that regal, snobby general saddle ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to saunter my way up on my brand new wyvern.
And I look up at him and I say, "You just look intimidating, and let me do the talking."
Very well.
I would like to point out one thing just for everyone who's listening at home and for the visual. Wyverns don't have 4 legs like they only have 2 legs. So it basically looks like you were riding on a giant penguin.
Or
A very regal giant penguin, thank you.
I'm just pointing out if it's walking it would have to waddle.
I'm imagining it's like a
stick their
tauntaun.
wings on
Yeah.
the ground, yeah.
Maybe.
Like when they walk.
It could,
I thought
yeah,
they
it
had,
could.
Like knuckles that they.
Yeah,
that
it
kind of
could.
all 4 things.
I guess it could, yeah. It definitely could. Because here's what it looks like. Yeah, it would have to, like, kind of weirdly crawl.
That's a lot more terrifying than a penguin.
You're the one who wanted to look regal. I guess, yeah, it does have claws. And a bite. And a stinger.
Giant stinging chicken.
Yeah. Giant stinging chicken, says Arpulus. And then responds
Danger.
with danger chicken.
Ginger chicken.
Danger chicken.
Murder chicken.
Yes.
Okay. So I walk up to the giant. I'm assuming. Is it a giant?
All right, so you're walking up. There is a heavy, just under the bridge right here. So if you approach, I just did it again. I clicked the stream and actually where I am, I was like, yeah, click.
Rookie.
Yeah, got him. A heavy oaken iron portcullis is drawn up just behind the drawbridge. 2 life-size statues of cloud giants, one male, one female, stand behind the portcullis, facing each other in a covered gateway.
I will keep going like I own the place.
All right. You notice that as you approach, I'm guessing you're moving up here, right, with the wyvern,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. As you're walking up, you remember something, and this is something as a game master, like. In this moment, could I punish the players? Sure. But it's not fair because this is a super obscure thing that they put in the module. They gave one reference to, and the players were able to get the information, so sometimes it's just kind of best to give them the information. Or to have them have a little flashback. It's like this.
Password.
There is a password that you were given, which was Tiamat, our mother, and strength.
Our mother and strength.
Yes.
So I walk up to the gate there, and I will say,
There's nobody at the gate though, yeah.
"All right, who's got prestidigitation?"
I don't think anyone does.
I don't think anybody does.
Really?
I got Blade Ward.
Yeah, we have no arcane casters at all.
That's true.
Other than Pip, who's kind of an arcane caster.
Kind of. Oh, I guess I whisper up to Aelor the password, and I say it as loud as you can.
It's as loud as you
Tiamat,
can.
our Lord and Savior, right? Or our Mother and Savior.
Our mother and
Mother and
strength.
Mother and strength. Tiamat, our Mother and strength.
You notice that the the statues who were kind of standing there, they creak and like put their the blades of their weapon into the ground and just kind of like cross their hands and like in kind of a rest as they were ready to strike. But you're able to
Thank you,
walk
Legs.
through.
And we keep strolling.
All right.
All right. Just to give you an idea of how big this place is.
I mean, it's a cloud giant fortress. It ought to be obnoxious.
I'm pretty excited about this. It's real big.
We're kind of in the lower courtyard.
Yep, you're actually going between those two things.
The two towers.
Yeah, the two towers.
How do they make it fly?
I know how it flies. I'll leave that for you to
Magic.
discover. Yeah, magic. Everything's magic.
It's giant magic.
Yeah, they got runes and stuff.
Imagination.
Well, you just think real hard and stuff works for you.
I just keep googling stuff and it's working.
This looks like fun, gentlemen. Fun.
All right.
Fun. Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to, but I definitely can see what's inside the building.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
So there's a heavy oak and iron portcullis. We talked about that, which you're able to walk through.
Right.
Got some gift. They got some gift eaters 3000s.
I look up at Baylor and I say, "You realize you're not going to be able to take it like into rooms and stuff, right?"
Hey, shh.
We're on the roof again.
I don't need the negativity.
No, this is a portcullis.
You walk through the gate. Boop.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of squares.
Okay.
There's a ton of squares.
That's at least 10.
It is a big bunch of squares.
It's at least one or two.
Yeah.
There are two towers we talked about. The two gate towers are not the same height. One to the left is 120 feet tall, and the one to the right is 80 feet tall.
Here
So
I
that-
am, stuck in the river with you.
There
Sorry.
do appear to be large creatures on top of them, but they don't seem to, since you spoke the password, they don't seem to be paying you any mind.
What was the goal again into the castle again, if you don't mind me asking?
Disrupt Resmir's plans.
Right.
Walls of solid ice enclose this courtyard. Another courtyard partially overhangs this one, held aloft by sweeping arches of ice that soar to a height of over 100 feet. Doors sculpted of ice are fit with iron hinges, and they lead to various outbuildings and the main keep on the far side of the courtyard from the gate towers.
Right, guys, I'm not the planned one, so...
I need everyone to make me wisdom perception checks.
Yeah!
That'll do. All right. Baylor sees, hidden in the shadows of the overhanging courtyard across from the main gate, is an opening in one wall that leads to a spiral staircase made of sculpted ice.
Go up or down?
Gentlemen,
Seems like they probably go up.
turn your eyes directly ahead. You will see a small gap in the wall. It's only something I could have seen from atop our wyvern.
It's actually over here.
Oh, I thought you said that this was it.
Nope, it's right here.
I haven't seen a click yet.
Oh, it's because I'm on.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, way down there.
Okay. Sorry, if you look at the 2 o'clock position, because watches are apparently a thing, or clocks are, you'll see a staircase.
All right. So we got to find Resmir. Maybe disrupt all of this. I'm thinking I don't want to split the party.
Oh no.
But I'm thinking that maybe. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know how well our cover's gonna last. How deep it'll go. I mean, the jig is up the moment we see Resmir. She's gonna know. Another option is to try to get to the bottom of this thing and figure out how it works and kind of sabotage it so it doesn't go anywhere.
Being a
they're-
giant,
Well, they're controlled by giants.
yeah.
Oh, but I mean, there might be some sort of magical mechanism, right? That
Being
Yeah,
a
we-
giant can. Granted, I'm a hill giant, not a cloud giant, so like, whatever. But I think, right?
you're not a giant,
I'm
but
a-
you're
You're
descended
Goliath,
from
right?
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Descendant from, is it hill giants? Like,
Yeah.
what do they determine?
Or stone giants, I think maybe. 'Cause that's where you get your stone's resistance or stone skin, whatever you call it.
They're somehow related to
evil.
either stone giants or earth genasi. Or both.
Stone's endurance.
Yep.
Mountain born, so probably stone giants.
Yep. And also stone's endurance.
Yeah.
No one else has
Yeah.
that.
So can I roll a history check at -1 to see if I can figure out, or if I remember anything about how this thing works?
Sure. You get a 4. You got a 10. You know that it's a giant flying castle, and that I'll give you this, and that most likely it's controlled by a cloud giant.
And I do a little investigation to see. I'm trying to figure out if it's a mechanism or if it's just a cloud giant that controls it. Like we take out the cloud giant, we can't go anywhere. Would it be an Arcana check or an investigation check?
Make an investigation check. Actually, no. It would be I think it's still going to be history.
I mean, I'm kind of a tinkerer, so I'm trying to figure out the mechanism here. But
Sure. I think you'd need to be actually closer to something as opposed to just be standing in a courtyard.
that's what I thought.
So I would say you can roll history and see if you can glean anything, or you can move,
All right.
or you can further your exploration.
Guidance at all? I had a 16.
Okay. You remember that cloud giants would, bind a soul of another cloud giant to these, so it would somehow be connected to another cloud giant, and the magic here, from the history that you remember, it was kind of some kind of protection, to prevent the castle from being taken over from someone who was not a cloud giant.
Okay.
That's what you're able to remember from your history.
So we can't steal it.
No, but you do know that like it it would be very unlikely that this would be controlled by someone who is not a cloud giant.
So probably a cloud giant having to do some like concentrating and whatnot with the soul of another cloud giant working. Yeah.
The
Alright.
cult has cloud giants working for them too. Great.
Yeah, this seems like all the bad guys are all joining up together, and that's never a good thing.
Or is it?
They're
Yeah,
also
well, I suppose-
infighting with each other too. So
I suppose we should go toward these stairs.
yeah, agree.
So we're gonna go over here.
Yep. Even though there's no obvious entrance.
Just kind of peeking. Ooh, is that a door? Can I be stealthy?
Yeah, go ahead. With
I'm gonna
advantage.
use my boots of elven kind here.
With advantage.
Yeah, both tens, so doesn't really matter.
Let's see here.
I am. You
So
know,
is this a door or a window?
You notice that there are actually two stone giants in there. Let me tell you what you
Okay.
see. In the middle of this frost glazed room, there's a 9-foot tall table of carved stone, surrounded by 3 giant-sized chairs, also carved from stone. There's a fat iron cauldron etched with runes that sits upon the table, and on the floor, in the far corner, is a large iron chest. The male stone giant gazes into the cauldron, while the female stone giant sits nearby. And stone giants look an awful lot like this.
Yeah. Stone giant. The part of the stone giant will be played by the late Fred Gwynn of Munster's fame. He played Herman Munster.
Very nice.
Oh, I thought it was of my cousin Vinny fame.
Yep, both. Same guy.
Huh.
He was the judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very nice. All right, so what do we want to do?
What's the goal here? Like, we haven't come up with a serious plan.
The goal, the objective is to stop Resmir.
Right.
Currently, Resmir is amassing this treasure, and you are trying to put a stop to whatever Resmir's plans are. Right now, it includes getting the treasure here and taking it somewhere. And you are trying to prevent that from happening. And maybe also put an end to Resmir herself.
Or at least, frustrate her plans and embarrass her.
Yep.
So killing off some stone giants would probably be a good thing, but I don't know we're ready for that yet.
I mean, we could ask him some questions. I just don't know what questions to ask. Oh, I got it. So, like, is this a doorway or a window?
It is. That's a great question. Let's say it's a window for right now.
Okay. So, I will saunter up in giant, of course. Gentlemen,
You notice that they look at you.
we've been sent to speak with, quick guys. What's the person's name we're looking for? Who's the person we're looking for?
Resmir.
We've been sent to speak with Resmir. Do you happen to know what direction we would go for that?
That is a great question. That is a fantastic question. I like that question. You notice that one of them, like the one who's at the, you notice that the one that's over the cauldron is like not paying you any heed and is actually like trying to focus intently at the cauldron.
And the other one?
It's a great question.
Does anybody else speak giant?
Here it go.
She will step over and, as quietly as she can, she will say, "We are waiting to see what dreams will show us whether we will be seen feast or famine, friend or foe, whether our truth is a truth or a falsehood."
Interesting. Any insights thus far?
You interrupt. We must focus. We must be quiet so that we can hear the dreams. You must leave.
Very well, thank you. I will give the team the walk away eyes and like kind of saunter away. And as we get just out of earshot, I'll lean down to whoever's closest and be like, "That late, he was absolutely mental."
Or high as a kite. One of the two.
Yeah. So I think we just keep gallivanting this way.
So we're going up.
Yeah, I would imagine.
How do you get in?
Carrington, be magnanimous and tell me that the staircase is giant size and I can take my wyvern, please. Pretty please.
It's not.
It is in fact maybe giant size. Let me see. Hang on a second. Let me
Of
find
course
out.
it would be giant size. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, let me double check here.
How do you get in?
How do you get in?
There's magic. There's magic there. Yeah. Sorry. What are you gonna do about it? Ask the GM to remove the layer, please.
I mean, like the picture, just like the picture. There's like a big old wall.
You can get there. Shrouded in darkness it is. And you rolled a nat 20, so there it is.
Can I listen in on this door right here?
You can.
My big ol' ears.
Make me a perception check.
Oh.
You don't hear anything. Unfortunately.
Big doors. So. Okay. All right. Well, let's. Yeah, I'll follow everybody else. I just want to listen on that door. What's going on.
Oh, and I was incorrect. It does not. It leads down, by the way. This does.
That's better. I'd rather go down than up. So. Because if this thing has some sort of magical arcane engine or whatever, it's going to be
So-
below, not
So
up.
we could just walk through the wall.
Is that a
I can't
wall?
walk through the wall.
Is that a
Yeah,
wall?
you can. You can walk through into this area. Down here. Yeah, this weird wall thing is not supposed to be there.
Yeah, we're just critiquing the designer of the map. Not you.
This map was made like years ago, so I'm not even gonna fight it.
Not gonna defend it. You're just gonna be like, "Yep, it is what it is."
Yep, it sure is.
Surprise! There's nothing to see here.
This is actually where you were before, and this is the spiral staircase.
There we are. Oh. So we came to a dead end?
Nope, you came down here. Does this make sense?
It looks like a bunch of tunnels.
Is there something over here that we... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will remind you that it's weird.
Where did we come? To the lower courtyard?
So you went down into that like little cave at the bottom. That's leading towards like the lowest level of the courtyard.
Okay.
Got it.
So, north or south, gentlemen?
I don't think the wyvern's gonna fit through here.
No.
It's giant sized.
Yeah, these tunnels don't look that wide.
Carrington, will the wyvern fit?
Through some of them, yes. Through some of them, no.
So I look over at Laura and I say, "Do you want him to get trapped down there?"
Why do you guys hate the fact that I have a wyvern right now?
No, I don't hate it. The
Because-
fact that you're wyvern.
Because we have absolutely zero control over it.
But I lied my butt off so you could keep your wyvern.
It can decide it wants to eat one of us for lunch at any moment.
It's literally trained for this.
Trained for riding.
Yeah, I've been riding it.
Not going downstairs.
It's an off-road wyvern.
So the question remains, up or down?
Pip, what's your max hit points? Is it 45?
Me?
Down.
I don't like that question, Carrington.
I'm just asking questions. So we're going
Down. I say down.
This way.
All right.
This
Honestly,
way.
I can do a little sneaky sneak and like go up a little bit just to get some vision.
Okay.
Not a
Come with
bad
me.
idea.
Ooh. Little sneaky sneak. I am the knight. Dirty 20 with guidance.
Okay.
Filthy 20 with guidance.
All right. So, as you're looking here, this goes down and outside of the castle. This right here, this
Yeah.
area.
This looks like a bunch of gold.
The walls, the walls of blue ice are partially transparent, revealing various things embedded in the ice all around, including coins, helmets, livestock, a handful of kobolds, an ogre or two. Frost coats the tunnel floor and crunches underfoot.
Okay, I'm not going in there. And then this looks like it's just like a big old opening.
It does. It's up 30 feet. Like it slants upward. You notice that as you got close to here, that like it drops 30 feet down.
All right. After a little sneaky sneak, I think I found the hordes of treasure and stuff. There seems to be a giant room with coins and livestock and some kobolds and an ogre or two, and I didn't go down.
Cased in ice.
I don't think it was encased in ice, but it was definitely chilly and definitely lots of treasure. And then there was another one that was like slightly upward of a hike, and it opened up into a big room. And then there was another one that like went out the castle. That's not what we don't need that one. But I think I found the horde of treasure.
Well, if we can get the horde out of here real fast, then that will definitely stymie Rezmir's plans.
Yeah.
I'm also okay with checking down first, because there's a drop off to go down there. So if we go and investigate that, it's going to take a minute to come back up.
Okay. So are we going up?
I was thinking we could just go down and see if there's a different entrance to do it. These caves probably all interconnected in some way.
So
Let's go down.
All right, we're going down. We only have a few minutes left, so I want to get to a good point.
Doop, doop, doop. Quietly as we can.
You got it.
I will dismount the wyvern, find something to tie the lead to, or the reins to, and follow the team.
We'll peek around the corner to the right. Looks like it goes outside. Let's not do that. I'm like the smallest one here, so I'm gonna like go through this one a little bit.
Which one? This one?
This. I went in here because I'm small.
Okay, if you want me to roll stealth check, I can, but I'm just kind of going.
Good.
You want to roll stealth check? Okay, I can do that. Maybe this time it'll be better.
They're all interconnected.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. 30-20.
You are the knight.
I am the knight.
All right. Well, let's go back.
So what do I see in here? Anything?
In here?
Mm-hmm.
So
in
all the tunnels seem to connect to an inner centralized core, a glittering cavern of ice with jagged walls and icicles the size of stalactites. The grand vault is split into two levels: an egg-shaped upper level, which is here, with a sheer ledge overlooking a sunken level 30 feet below with a massive pile of treasure that rests beneath an icy glaze.
You're right. It is frozen.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm. But what happens if I go down here? Do we go down here yet?
It goes outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It's like the cloaca or something. All right. These are giant-sized tunnels?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if we're going to go anywhere, it's probably going to be across that horde in some way.
So this area here, Carrington, is the what I'm pinging. That's the ledge above
Mm-hmm. Here,
the other tunnel.
I'll help you out.
Well, this is the horde here.
Okay. 30 feet down. Okay. Just had to.
I moved Mordok in so I could see it.
I wonder if I can just copy it and paste it and then put it on the map. There we go. We'll just do that. Bam.
Okay, so we need to go get us some horde.
Okay.
We're gonna. All right.
So we need to go back around the other way because that drops us.
It drops down. It drops down too.
Yeah, but it's not. Is this a sheer 30-foot drop off?
Yeah, down there is.
But the other.
You got rope.
From either entrance, it's 30 feet down. This other passageway over here doesn't gradually go down.
And we have a wyvern.
Not you two.
Hey, I use what I got, so you know.
So just so I can see the map.
No, as described to me, like this is a drop off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, well, we got rope.
I'd like to point out we also have a wyvern.
Yeah, it's not going to fit, though. It's too big. All right, we moving into the room? Excellent.
Roll for initiative.
No, not quite.
Okay.
Who's moving into the room and where?
I move into the room right where
Who
I
just
ended up.
arbitrarily beats me into the middle of the room?
Yeet!
I mean, I'm amongst my own people, but like that's
Monks.
Oh, snap.
Amongst.
Oh.
that's so good.
All right, Valdis is out here. All right, so I'm going to read this again. So all the tunnels lead to the central core, the glittering cavern with jagged walls and icicles the size of stalactites. The grand vault is split into two levels, an egg-shaped upper level in which you now stand, with a sheer ledge overlooking a sunken 30-foot below where a massive pile of treasure rests beneath an icy glaze.
This is completely unguarded. Yeah.
Clinging to the ceiling above the horde, its wings tucked tight along its sides, its claws gripping the ice, is a huge white dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, it is guarded.
That's where we're going to end it tonight.
Is the dragon sleeping?
I mean, can it leave its claws into something? I know my cat can, but I don't know about that.
I don't know.
All right, so there's a huge white dragon that's guarding this.
Zed, drop us a dragon fact. Can they do that?
Dragon.
What?
Sleep while that. There's a white dragon. They're pretty.
Well, they're the stupidest of all the dragons.
I didn't say they were bright. I said they were pretty.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the stuff that we do, feel free to please give us a subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, on our Instagram, also on our website, openheartgames.com. We blog once a week. Also, if you would like, you can also donate here to our Extra Life page, which helps us raise funds for our local children's hospital, Roanoke Carilion Children's. Our goal this year for 2022 is to raise $4,062. Last year we raised $4,061. We're trying to beat that by just one more dollar. So any donation you're able to, even if it's $5, $10, whatever, can help us meet our goal by the end of the year. With that, thank you all so much for watching, and consider giving us a subscription. Thanks so much.